All right, welcome back. So today we're going to look at different data types for input. One of the really great things about Java is you don't necessarily need to worry about, you have your scanner, you have your input. When you print out different types of data, let's say you have a text or an integer, or in this case we'll call them, they're called doubles in Java, which are decimal numbers. You don't have to worry too much about the different types of different data types when you print them off. If you have a language like Python and you take in like an integer and you try printing that out, you actually have to convert that to a string so that it matches the data types that is in the print. That does not have to happen with Java. That is a really cool thing. So again, we'll talk about input. We got to set up our scanner here. Always make sure that you import the utility if your compiler does not have that initially, which it probably will not. So you have to do import java.util.scanner. So that's going to import the scanner. This is how we get input. All right, so we're going to set up our scanner here. This is what my comment that I left here. So this is the scanner input. We're going to call it input right here. So when I ask for that information, I'm going to need to use this name when I do that. So let's go ahead and we'll get started. I'm going to do a print line, and I'm going to just say, what is your name? Just because I want to have, I'm going to show you the different types of data types. The different data types. Goodness, don't have to say types twice. And then we're going to go ahead and have our string variable. We're going to call this name. We'll just leave it as n, actually, just to kind of keep it simple down below. And we're going to say that this is an input. So again, we're using the same name that's up here. And then we're going to say next line, because we're going to do this line right here. And then we're going to have this line for our input. Let's go ahead and add that as well. Okay, so what is your name? We're having a variable called n that's a string, and it's going to be, we're going to ask for that input. Okay, so that's going to be the name. Then we're going to ask for another, and this one we're going to say is what is your age? Okay, or what is your favorite number? Let's do that. Okay, and then we're going to create another variable, and this is going to be called int. We'll talk about this later in other videos, the way Java deals with these. This is a capital S for string. And this is a lowercase I. We'll talk about this a little later, but when you set up an integer, at least in this, because we're keeping it local, we are just going to use a lowercase I. It's not a global variable. If you wanted to use a global variable, you just capitalize the I here and make it the whole word integer. We're not going to do that though. We're just going to keep it as int, and we're going to say int a, and again we're going to do input, and then oops. All right, so now we're just going to go ahead and print this. And let's just say, we'll just go ahead and do name. And then we'll put some space in there. We'll do another concatenate. And then we're just going to do a. Oops, I didn't need to do name. I need to do n. Okay, so this will print off the name here, right here, with the space, and then the favorite number. So the one really nice thing about Java is I don't need to worry about that this is an integer, and this is a string, and this is a string right here. So you got string here, and then, but this is an integer. Now in a lot of languages they have a problem with this. Specifically, I can think of Python. Python does not like this, that you have text here and then this is a number, so you would have to convert this to a string. I mean, it's not a very big deal. But it is a nice feature of Java that you don't have to worry about that. You can just basically say, I'm going to print this variable right here, and I'm going to print this variable right here. Pretty straightforward. Okay, so let's go ahead and run that. Hopefully I don't have any errors. Where's my error? Oh my goodness. Got talking. Okay, so semicolons. All right, let's run that again. Where's my error? Oh my goodness. So, good. All right, so this is an int. So because this is a string, I just got typing so much and I was just typing. This is a string, so we're going to say next line. But because this is an integer, when we do input, we have to say next int. That we're telling it that we're going to bring in an integer into this input. Okay, so this is kind of where this distinguishes. You can't just do next line, you have to do int. So let's go ahead and run that again, see if that fixes it. There we go. So what's your name? You know, we'll just do Sam. Let's do Dave. Okay, and then what's your favorite number? We'll do 25. Dave, 25. Okay, pretty simple. If I wanted to add some text in, I could add that in down here. But that's how you use these inputs. Okay, and even I mess them up. That happens a lot, right? Everybody does. This is how we learn coding, is through making mistakes. So anyways, you got your next line. This is for string, and then this, obviously, if we're going to add an integer, we would make sure we do a next int. Okay. All right. Hopefully that helps you. Sorry, I made a couple errors there, but we are all human and we do make mistakes. So good luck on your coding. Hopefully this helps you.